Hello, I'm Jay from Volunteer Audio. Today I'm making a video just to highlight a 6-speaker install we're doing on a new 2024 Road Glide. My friend Amos brought me this bike, and before the cutting kits were available, we already did a Hertz Stage 2 in the front, the large Hertz SP 4.900, and two 6.5s. Today I'm adding to this. We're going to add the 6x9s with the cutting kits in the lids. That's what he came for. But he also bought a Tour Pak, so we're going to go ahead and take this time to add the pods, the rear speakers to the Tour Pak. I want to highlight this, show you what's available, how we do it, how clean it is, and we're going to have these packages available at volunteeraudio.com. Watch the rest of the video as I go in more detail, and at the end, I'll let you hear what it sounds like. All right, so let's go over the parts we're going to use today. This isn't a step-by-step install. If you're looking for that, that is available at volunteeraudio.com. At the top of the page, just hit step-by-step install videos, select your bike, and you'll find both the cutting kit process and the Tour Pak process on there step-by-step. But today, we're going to use a set of Harley Tour Pak pods. These are available and in stock as part of our package. We're going to add those onto his Tour Pak with all the necessary hardware. We're going to use that factory Tour Pak harnessing, so it's clean and just like it would have been if it was factory installed. We're going to put a set of Hertz SV165Neos. These are mid-bass speakers. They're 200 watt RMS, and they get down. They're a great sounding speaker. That's going to give more of that rider presence for that passenger on the back. It's going to be right between them, but it's also going to give us more overall rear feel and mid-bass than just a 4-speaker system would have. We're going to add the Hertz SX690Hs in the lids with the new Hertz cutting kits. These things fit great, they sound great, and this is going to give us an amazing amount of bass from those saddlebags. All 6 speakers together, all plug and play. It's going to sound amazing. I'm sure Amos is going to love his bike when we get done with it. So I want to take a few seconds at this point in my install today and just point out these speaker pods. We're using the Harley factory style speaker pods. It's going to come with all the hardware, and following our step-by install videos, I think you could do this install. But this is a little too much for some people. You're going to be cutting a pretty large hole into your bag, venting it into the Tour Pak. You're also going to be having to lay out a template and drill a bunch of holes. If this is something beyond what you want to do or you're comfortable with, you need to reach out to us, because we do installs every day here at Volunteer Audio, and we can set you up on an appointment date. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to get you took care of. But if you're the type that's very mechanically inclined and you can follow along, I'm sure I've done some videos that'll help you do this on your own. So I've already got one pod on my bike. We've already laid it out. I've marked out everything I need to here, fixing to drill some holes. Here in a second, I'll show you putting the speakers in. We'll talk a little bit more about that upgrade as we go on. All right, so when you get your system from Volunteer Audio, we're going to include everything plug and play. We're also going to include things like the factory style harnessing that pins the rear speakers on this newer bike. We're going to make sure we don't cut anything up, we don't void any warranties or give anybody any reason to keep from doing a future repair that should have been covered by Harley. And we're also going to make it where it's very simple to use. So if in the future you want to detach that Tour Pak, you're going to simply unplug from one of these connectors, take that Tour Pak off, or also with weatherproof quick disconnects at the bags, it's easy to remove those bags for future service as well. All right, so with this factory style harnessing and our under seat harness, as you see, it's as simple as routing this wiring under that seat and plugging it into one of the 2 connectors for the rear speakers. So unplugging that makes it just as easy to take that Tour Pak off. Take the seat off, unplug it, remove the Tour Pak, but his rear speakers, his 6x9s are still going to work. No changes are needed to the radio, to the amp, or anything. So this is a really easy on and off with the Tour Pak. sound when you need it. When you've got that passenger, you're going to have those extra speakers. But if you want to be stripped down into that no Tour Pak mode, you're still going to have great sound from the rear then too. All right, so with the use of our cutting kits for the 24 and up models, you get an awesome template that'll go right over top of your lid, allowing you to very quickly cut and modify that lid and install our 6x9 mounting kit without having to buy new lids, without having to get anything painted. Makes it much, much easier to go ahead and do an upgrade like this as far as time and cost goes. Now, there's a lot of steps to this. Again, step-by-step videos are at volunteeraudio.com covering this in depth. But I'm gonna get cutting on this. We're gonna get these 6x9s installed. We've got our speaker loaded in our cut kit. We've already cut our hole. I've test fit that our grill is going to drop in and fit great. So we're just going to open it up, slide this in from underneath. It's gasketed. The top is gasketed. It's going to fit perfect. Get some screws in it. We'll be ready to start routing some wiring and going back on the bike. All right, so I got both cut kits done. Speakers are in. Just put the bags back on. Everything is weatherproof, designed as far as connections, all plug and play. Looks like factory inside the lid. We're ready now just to put our rear speakers in. I'm going to get those in, but first I'm going to power this thing up and I'm going to do a polarity test just to make sure that our rear speakers are in phase with all the rest. It's always a crucial part, again, in our step-by-step videos. So if you want to know more about polarity testing your system and using that tool, check out those step-by-step videos. Let me get these going in and then we'll check out and see what it sounds like here in just a few minutes. All right, so we got our bike back together. It looks great and I'm sure it sounds great. So here in a second, I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like. Well, let's talk about the system one more time. I want to be clear because sometimes people ask me, how can you do what you do? How did you do 6 speakers on this? Because if you go back to Harley, even if you have the most upgraded system on this bike, they can only do a maximum of 4 speakers on that factory amp. In this case, we're running the Volunteer Audio Siren HD A to B module. We're running a much larger Hertz amplifier and we're running 4 ohm speakers. So we can do that because our amp does about 180 watts to each speaker at 4 ohm. That factory amp's only doing about 78 watts on the most highest output version they have at 2 ohm. And if we did all 4 speakers to 78 watts per side, it wouldn't be nearly enough. But this amp is doing almost 290 watts to the left rear and the right rear. It is way more than enough power, and overall it sounds amazing. Now we have to play copyright-free music, so I'm going to get a song picked out. I'll let you hear it. I wish I could let you hear this in person. And with that being said, please come visit us. Give me a call at 1-844-30-AUDIO. Set up a time. Let me know you're going to be here. I'll be here ready to demo you a bike because listening to this in person is the only way to really understand what it's like. YouTube will never do it justice. It's going to sound good on here, but it's not even going to come close to what it sounds like in person. So again, it sounds amazing in person. I hope it sounds great through YouTube, but let's be honest, this thing is so loud, I can't hear myself talk, which is enough to blow out most microphones. And so most of them have to actually automatically cut the volume down to keep from it getting very distorted as you re-listen to it. And if you're listening to it on your phone through these little speakers, it's not even going to come close to what this sounds like. So even on a nice home audio system or with great headphones, it's going to sound a little better, but not like it does here. So make the time. If you're ever coming to the Great Smoky Mountains, maybe you're going to ride the Devil's Triangle or the Tail of the Dragon, try to make time to stop by Volunteer Audio and listen to one of our demo bikes in person. But you may also have a friend that's already put in one of our systems. Check out what it sounds like from them as well. And we hope to be at several of the rallies this year, letting people hear the systems. We don't install at rallies. We don't want to be in that environment trying to rush out work that's not of good quality, but I definitely want you to hear what these bikes sound like in person. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to do this to your bike, If you want to be able to add an amazing sound system, and in this case, everything plug and play, 6-speaker system for these new 24 and up bikes, we are the only place doing it to this level, to this quality. Everything is form fit and perfect. And with the digital A to B interface, nobody has the clarity that this system has. But if you want to get something like this, check out volunteeraudio.com. We have all of our plug and play packages for the new bikes there. All of it is pre-done with every part you'll need, and we do all the hard parts before we ship it. We program it, we set the amp, everything is ready so that all you have to do is follow our step-by-step install videos and you can have this yourself. If it's above and beyond what you think you can do, we understand not everybody has the same talents, the same gifts. We'd love to have you come in, we'd love to meet with you, we'd love to get your bike and make sure it's perfect. Thank you for watching. Call us at 1-844-30-AUDIO to go over your bike, your build, your budget, and put together that perfect system. And comment below. Let me know what you think about this bike, what you think about the sound, the clarity. What does it sound like from where you're at? And if you've already got one of these systems and you love it, comment below and let everybody know about it. We love it when we get to hear from you and hear how happy you are. Our great tech support team is ready to help. So if you decide to get one and you want to do that installation, you can watch those videos, but we're going to be here to answer every question along the way to make sure you can do it if you don't want to come all the way here to Tennessee. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, God bless.